Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of this 6-inch mini cordless chainsaw made by the brand Saker. So I've already done a video about the 4-inch Saker chainsaw, which by the way I've been very happy with. As you can tell, I have pretty much worn the writing right off of the bar. I've used it so much. If you missed my video on that, I'll put a link in the corner of the screen right now. But I basically cut up an entire pine tree. It was pretty impressive, which is probably why it's the #1 best-selling mini chainsaw on Amazon. And to be transparent, again, Saker did send me the 6-inch chainsaw in exchange for a product review, but I'm still going to give you an honest review. So here's the plan for the video. First, we're going to unbox this and see what all comes with. Then I'll go over all the specs and how it works. Then we're going to put it to the test. I'm actually going to put this in a head-to-head competition against another 6-inch mini chainsaw that I've reviewed on my channel. Then I'll give you some final thoughts on it. All right, let's get this thing out of the packaging and we'll see what we got. So it comes in a plastic case. That's pretty nice. It's got a couple metal clips on top and a carrying handle. So it comes with a brief little manual, a couple little gloves that don't fit on my hand and that I don't think I would wear for using a chainsaw anyways. Got some oil for lubricating the chain. It comes with two 20-volt lithium-ion batteries that are 1.5 amp hour. A little wrench and screwdriver for adjusting the tension of the chain. Looks like the saw came with a chain on it and 2 extra chains. Some safety glasses. A charger with a LED indicator on it. That'll be red when it's charging and green when it's fully charged. And then we've got the actual chainsaw. Looks like it's got a slightly new look to it. Overall similar feel with the plastic and rubber grip. Safety switch on just the left side. Then you have your trigger here. It has a strap. Looks like it has the same chain tensioning system on it. So it looks pretty similar to the 4-inch model other than the new design on the bar here. It has the same rotating baffle. Looks to be the same size electric motor, which I believe is 550 watts. They both have a hand guard below. They both have the safety lock button on the left side that you have to depress while pulling the trigger in order to make it work. They're both plastic with a rubber coated handle, and they're both set up in pretty much the same fashion. Now, one difference that I am noticing is that with the 4-inch model, there are no LED indicator lights on the back of the battery, but the 6-inch model does have LED indicators on the back of the batteries to show you how much charge it has. There is no oil reservoir just like the 4-inch model, so you do have to manually oil this chain before you use it. My 4-inch model came in a cardboard box, so having the case is nice, although I do believe they have a 4-inch model that comes with a plastic case now. The weight feels pretty similar, but it says the 6-inch weighs about 1.5 pounds more than the 4-inch chainsaw. To adjust the tension of the chain is just like the 4-inch model. The first thing you want to do is take the battery off for safety. Then you will use this hex wrench they provide to loosen up this hex bolt. They call it a bolt in the manual. I call this a nut, but whatever you want to call it. Loosen that up. Then there is a chain tensioning screw right here. You can use this screwdriver to loosen that screw, and you can loosen the tension of the chain, or you can tighten it to tighten the tension of the chain. Then you will tighten back down this bolt/nut with the wrench provided. Now, one thing that I have noticed after testing out several of these mini chainsaws is the ones that require tools to adjust the tension of the chain seem to stay at the proper tension longer when you're working. The ones that have the tool-free tensioning system seem to come loose more frequently. Now, if you need to replace the chain, you will just take this nut/bolt completely off, and then you can remove this outer guard and you will see the sprocket underneath where you can replace the whole chain. Okay, let me show you how to put some oil on this. So again, it does come with a little bit of oil. I like to just take some bar and chain oil and put it in an old condiment bottle like this. This is just an old ranch bottle, and you can use something like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw these batteries on the charger just to top these off and make sure they are fully charged. Then we're going to put them to the test. So it looks like this on the charger, plugs right into the top of the battery. The light is red while it's charging, and I believe these batteries and tools are compatible with Makita. It also has little plastic spikes right here to help with gripping branches, and the bar and chain together measure just under 6 inches. So now for the fun part, let's go ahead and start the testing. So what we're going to do is just go back and forth and make one cut right after the other with these two saws. And we're going to test a couple things. First of all, we'll see which saw will cut through these logs faster, and then we'll see which one actually can do more cuts on just one battery. So to give you an idea what we're starting with, these first few cuts are just under 4 inches. So we'll start with the Saker, and for the sake of time, I'm going to speed these videos up a little bit. I don't have a reason to favor one of these brands over the other, so I'm just going to ask you to trust me with these times a little bit. The Saker did it in 17.25 seconds, and then we have the Alloy Man in 14.95 seconds. So the Alloy Man did it a couple seconds faster, and it gets the win on the first time test. Same log again, we'll start with the Saker and give it a cut through here. And could be a little variation in the density of the log, but this time the Saker takes 22 seconds to cut through this 4-inch log. Then we'll do the Alloy Man, and again these are with pretty fresh batteries, and this time the Alloy Man cuts it in 15.5 seconds. So again, the Alloy Man wins the speed contest. So then I went down to something a little bit smaller. This is about 2.5 inches in diameter. And the Saker did that in around 6.5 seconds. Now for the Alloy Man. And again, that cut it in a couple seconds faster at 3.88 seconds. So both saws list a chain speed of 26.2 feet per second. But as you can see, the Alloy Man definitely seems to cut faster than the Saker. But I also noticed that the Alloy Man started to sound like it was struggling. And then right here, the Alloy Man cut out after just 7 cuts. So I kept going, and the Saker saw doesn't seem to waver much, and the Alloy Man keeps cutting out again and again. So when it comes to an endurance test, the Saker is definitely winning that battle. So then I decided to go ahead and tighten up and oil these chains and let them cool off for a second, and then we'll move on to some smaller branches. So here I'm moving down to about a 2-inch piece of honeysuckle to make it easier on these machines. And what you're going to see is a lot of the same thing. The Alloy Man just keeps cutting out and cutting out. I don't know if it's overheating or if it's a battery issue, but the Saker just keeps going and going and going and going. Eventually I just stopped with the Alloy Man and just kept going with the Saker. So since the other saw had quit working and the Saker was still going, I just decided to keep on working and to go ahead and trim back some dead branches I needed to take out. So it didn't cut quite as fast, but it definitely won the battle and lasted a lot longer. It'd be the better tool to take out in the field with you or just working around the yard. I'll put a link to the saw under the video in the description, and hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please hit the thumbs up button for me and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.